Good evening, everyone. The highlights of the news this Thursday. Traffic accidents. A Beaver County man is being held for murder. And more labor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast. I am your host, Jacksepticeye. We're back again with another episode. This is episode 2 of season 5. And like I said, I am your host, Jacksepticeye. Let me go ahead and get this out of the way. And I am joined by the lovely, the wonderful Hannah.
Hi.
She is here for vibes and Danny.
I'm just here for the vibes, dude.
Danny Phantom and vibes. Anyways, we're also joined by, it's about goddamn time he showed up, Diamond Assassin, aka Lewis.
My shirt says it all, okay?
Yeah, okay, that works, fine. And of course, we're joined by the somehow still alive, but barely breathing, Hungry Hufflepuff.
Spider Gal.
Immortal, bitch.
You're Spider Gal. Your friendly neighborhood Spider Gal over here.
I'm immortal, bitch. You can't get rid of me that easy.
She's still alive, but she's barely breathing.
The immortal Spider Gal.
Straight to a god that you don't believe in. Before we
Christianity.
get copyright. Yeah. Before we get copyright.
All the
Before we
gods.
get copyright stroke, even though now that Allie is out of focus, there she is.
Yeah, my camera's acting up for some reason.
It is what it is. It's probably trying to autofocus. Alrighty then.
Silly.
So we're gonna go ahead and go into weekly updates. This is a segment of the show where we basically catch up on how everybody's week's been going, and it's a good way to get everybody kind of loose and ready to go with the other topics. So
You want me loose, you got to supply me with liquor.
I can't do that.
I thought you were going to go another way, but okay.
Loose. Foot loose.
Yeah. All right.
Yep,
Anyways,
oh, I'm sorry.
Hannah,
Am
how
I
was
going
your week?
first? Okay.
You are going first. Remember, we always go this way, then there, then
I
there.
don't pay attention half the
Wait.
time.
Damn.
We go in order to the screens.
I don't pay attention.
Fair enough.
She just puts this on in the background while she's
Dead
doing
ass.
other stuff.
I'm not afraid to say that. Dead ass. I do.
She don't make the rules, she just follows them.
I do it all the time with you two.
But anywho, I feel like death. I haven't quit my job yet. I'm alive.
She survived another day at her job. Hooray.
Only God knows how many left.
Dang many.
Exactly. So, I see that you've gotten rid of your kitten ears, you bastard.
Oh no, they're right here.
Okay, there we go. Anyways, so, Lewis, how was your week?
God, I want to quit my job.
Don't blame
Me
you.
too.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
We're gonna require.
Let's all
Um,
create a pool where we all win the lottery every month, and we'll call it a day.
If we could gank the odds that much,
It's called buying
I tell
$1,000 of lottery tickets.
you what I would be doing.
I would
Not
have.
not the lottery. I'd be putting in job applications for jobs that really pay out.
But fair point. I'm still debating on it. Like, it's something that I've been thinking about like for months now. I still got a lot of thinking to do, a lot of planning. I know not everything's may or may not plan out the way that I want to, but we'll see where it goes.
All right, then. Allie, it's time. How was your week?
She ascends even more immortal every week. She is here. Let the chaos reign.
So, before we get into how do I start this whole bullshit? I now know what it's like to drive in actual snow.
Yikers.
What's
God's
that?
help me.
Yikers.
God's help me.
No chain amon man could help those tires.
I have not been so scared of just driving off the road as when I can't see the fucking road because of all the snow.
Yeah. That's a problem.
For context, to get to work, it takes me about an hour and 15-minute drive.
Ew, gross.
I don't mind the drive, actually. It gives me time to actually listen to podcasts, actually wake up, that sort of thing. On days when the weather is horrible, I leave at 4 because fuck everything. I don't want to end up in a ditch.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is how I wind up in the dark with snow coming at me, not being able to see the road.
Yep.
And then there's this past Saturday. Woke up at 6:41, which means I've got 20 minutes before my shift starts.
Yikers.
Already off to a bad day.
I know that feeling.
Stop by gas station to
My apologies.
put some
I didn't know I could do that.
Technical
ADHD
difficulties.
decided to kick in
Wow.
right there. Like,
I
Having some-
literally all I did was accidentally press the space bar and it went to that. I didn't even know how.
Hang on there.
no, but I stopped by a gas station to put some air in my tire. I'm about 10 minutes down the road when I realize I don't have my debit card on me.
Ooh.
Call the gas station, be like, hey, I was just at the gas station. And I think I left my debit card out by your air pump. They couldn't find it. So luckily the bank app allows me to report my card as lost. It canceled it right then and there. And I don't have access to my bank account until I get a new debit card in the mail.
Yikers.
That was about the point that I realized that my ADHD had kicked in multiple times. I hadn't updated my address since moving to Muncie.
Oh.
So 9:45, I'm in the phone booths at work on the phone with my bank saying, hey, well, phone booths, it's quiet. It's where you can actually make a call without the noise of the machinery. I'm talking a lot with my hands right now.
It's okay. We're all used to it. It is what it is.
Descriptive. Descriptive phrase.
Whoopsie.
Anyway, I'm hoping that I got the address updated in time for them to get the card sent to the right address. Otherwise, I'm fucked.
Very.
Very much so. So, Christian, how was your week?
Not as dramatic as that, obviously. But I did actually have slightly something similar.
Oh God.
Did?
Slightly. This was last Thursday. So I wake up on time. I wake up around realistically 5:30. And I'm like, oh, because I actually was scheduled to come in at 6. For whatever reason, my brain's like, oh, you're scheduled to go. Like, it's 5:30. I thought I saw 4:30. So I kind of took my sweet time with it. I walk out the door at 6:30. And I lock the door and I go, wait a fucking minute. Because I realize that Allie is now a black screen. She's gone into the wood.
Food
Oh, okay.
has
And
arrived.
then, so I realize as I lock the door, I'm like, wait a second. It's a little too bright to still be 5:30. I look at my phone. I said, it's 6:30. So I immediately said, fuck. And so I kind of, at that point, I was like, you know how if you're in a rush, you always feel like you're hitting every fucking red light on your way there?
Oh, it sucks, bro.
I
I
know.
felt every freaking morning I go to work. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So that was my morning that morning. And I ended up almost being an hour late to work. I almost got labeled a no call, no show.
seems about right.
Yeah. And so luckily I had like 10 minutes to spare by the time I got in there. So I was able to do it. And one of the MODs, she literally said, I almost labeled you no call, no show.
Yikers.
Yeah, and that's not something you want to do. And I said, I understand that, and that's my apologies. By the time I literally walked out the door, I thought it was still 5:30. It was 6:30 because I thought I woke up at 4:30. And she goes, well, don't do it again. And I said, okay. And then to add on top of that, Monday. So Monday was a little bit of fun. So I wake up. I was scheduled at 5:30 in the morning. I wake up at 5. I have a 15-minute trip to get down there, not including any red lights or any traffic. So I wake up And I'm like, oh, how peaceful. And I immediately see one of the lights on in here that goes on at 5 o'clock. And I immediately jolted upright, checked my phone, and saw it was 5 o'clock. Immediately disrobed out of my not my bathroom, sorry. Disrobed out of my pajamas and slapped on a t-shirt and a pair of pants and grabbed my lunch and rushed the hell out of there. And I barely made it with 10 minutes to spare. But I had no preparation. So I was literally disgusting at work because I didn't even get a chance to brush my teeth, didn't even get a chance to put on deodorant. I was literally just putting on clothes, getting my lunch ready, and getting out the door.
Seems about right.
Yeah. Luckily, I was out of there by 11 o'clock, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, I felt disgusting at the end of that day. That was not fun. But aside from that, work has been fine. Doesn't seem like it, but it has been. And I'm ever so closer to inching towards a full-time position, which is nice. And then I still need to talk to the HVAC job that I had an interview with and see what their process is, or see what.
Ask you about that.
Yeah, I was meaning to call them, and I keep forgetting for some strange reason. But luckily, it's Tuesday, so I mean, I can call them tomorrow morning, and I'll be okay. See what the word is.
I would call them.
I've already called them once. I waited a week, and then I called them. I called them again, and they said, "Oh, we still got other interviews, and we want to give everybody a chance." So I said, "Okay." And now it's been almost 2 weeks about a week and a half since then. So I'm gonna try it again. Be like, "Hey, out of curiosity, what's the word on this? Because I kind of need to know, that kind of thing, right?"
Mm-hmm.
So don't know, but yeah. So there is that. But that being said, and perfect timing as ever, Ali. So on to Now Showing. Now Showing this week, we have Hazbin Hotel has finally reached Amazon Prime. Thank fucking God.
Honestly, I'm glad that it's out because, for the love of God, that thing has been under development, or not even development, more like being.
It's been in development hell.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we call it development hell? I mean,
they had their first episode produced and ready to go, but that was like to show, hey, this is our pilot. You still got to pitch it to a show. Just because you have a pilot made doesn't mean that you have a show. You still got to pitch it.
Yeah.
And they did change the voice actors, but it is finally on Amazon Prime. And actually, they released the full revised episode on YouTube for free, which is nice. I don't think they're going to be doing it with every episode, but I do know that Hell of a Boss is supposed to be intertwined, though I don't know if that's going to be still part of the deal with Amazon Prime. But thank God it's finally on Amazon Prime.
I will say I will still be watching it, even though with the amount of just controversy of how the previous cast was let go, in a sense.
Yeah.
It'll be weird for me, only because I got so attached to the original cast that was in the pilot.
I watched that pilot at least 3 or 4 times.
And
really good
I've seen the first 4 episodes. Sorry.
They already released 4 episodes on Prime. Holy shit!
There's already 4 episodes.
I finished the 4th one last night.
Oh, cool! I need to catch up on it.
It's cute. I mean, I think it's funny, but the only thing I don't like is that it's a musical. Or they
that's kind of the whole process of Vizzy, because Vizzy started off as doing music video covers of with the animations and everything. Like she did one of Die Young. It was a remix, but it was Die Young.
Yeah, I want to say that's where we had something of an original design for B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So that she's always been huge into music and everything else like that. Like there's at least close to one music sequence, at least if not every episode, every other episode of Hell of a Boss.
No, it's every episode.
Is it? No, I'm talking about Hell of a Boss.
Oh.
There's at least one musical sequence if not every episode, every other episode.
Oh, well, it's every episode.
I'm not surprised, and that's fine. I usually the music is usually really, really good.
Out of place.
I think I can see it in a sense of like I feel like I'm gonna feel it because of the fact, like I said, like the original voice actor for Charlie did a fantastic job on when she did her lines and her singing, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like with like when you're recasting in general, if to me, I feel like not just a fan, but like someone who is wanting to see something like this, like you know, come to a whether that be on Netflix or any subscription base or wherever it might land on. I don't know. I feel like with like certain characters, they have to like the voice has to fit, and for me, I feel like a part of me is gonna feel like I said a little bit off, and I feel like to me, it's not gonna fit. And I'm no disrespect to the new person who is casted as Charlie or whoever else is voice acting, but I don't know. Sometimes like there's certain character voices that don't fit to me.
I'm just going to go on record as saying that thought process in and of itself tends to hold people back from actually enjoying a series.
True.
It's the whole Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, so anybody else trying to take over the role is lesser idea.
I understand that thought process. Yeah, that it's not the worst thing in the world, but no, I get that. I get that thought process.
But I'm still gonna go, support it and watch it. Like, it's never not gonna change my mind of like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. No, it's just gonna, for me personally, it's just gonna feel different.
And
in my personal opinion, whenever it comes to musicals, I have a weird relationship with them because I used to absolutely despise musicals. Like there was a handful that I let go, but like majority of the time I didn't like them. Like Little Shop of Horrors was okay because I actually my first introduction to that was a stage play done by a high school production.
Right.
Sweeney Todd.
I was gonna say I feel like you would like Sweeney Todd.
I loved Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd's great. I was introduced to that as a joke in a movie called Jersey Girl.
Oh God!
And that movie is actually really, really good, by the way. It's a solid Kevin Smith movie. It's actually underrated in my personal opinion. I think a lot of people hate on it because Ben Affleck is in it, which fine, but still. So when it comes to that, it's like okay, I get that, but like when it comes to musicals, my most recent example would be I watched Wonka. I enjoyed the hell out of Wonka. Wonka was perfectly fine. Actually, some of the songs are really fucking catchy, in my personal opinion.
I still need to go watch it.
Oh, I did the not way of paying. I imagined the movie in my brain.
Gotcha. Yeah, you dreamed of it. Yes.
I dreamed of the movie in my brain, in my head movies. That's what I saw. I didn't see the real Wonka, not whatsoever. Totally didn't watch it on my phone and stream it to my TV. Anyways, so but that being said,
FBI, open
up. But that being said,
CIA.
I really do. I did like. I mean, there was like what 3 or 4 songs in Hazbin Hotel. Like in the first episode, right? There was like 3 or 4 songs, if I'm not mistaken. I know there was
I think there was just the one.
The Radio Demon had one at the end, and then Charlie had one towards the beginning to introduce the hotel.
Yeah, it was only 2.
Oh, okay, so it was only 2.
In fairness, those are technically one song. If you want to think about, are we still talking about the original pilot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I spaced out for a second there. So yeah, technically they're one song. There is Charlie's version, and then kind of a coda. Alistair's version.
Fair enough. But that being said, I still really enjoy that pilot as long as it's still the same animation, which I know it is. As long as it's still the same kind of humor, same kind of writing as. I think it's supposed to be a little bit lighter in the tone compared to Hell of a Boss, but it is still hell.
I mean, it was bound to happen when you were going to pitch it to wherever it was going to be pitched.
Well, not just that, but these 2 series have 2 very different messages,
tones, and messages. Absolutely. No, I still my favorite Blitz out of context line is "Ha! There's dicks on the wall." That's still my favorite fucking out of context line. It's freaking hilarious. But But no. And what's funny is actually there was a Hell of a Boss episode that was supposed to release on YouTube, but because they were still in the process of trying to get Hazbin Hotel greenlit from, I believe it was they were already in contract with Amazon Prime. They had to cut the episode entirely.
Mm.
And then they had another episode with Kesha, because they had Kesha sing a song that they wrote for her, and then apparently, or it was already a Kesha song, and they had to cut that segment out because they got copyright struck.
That doesn't surprise
Even
me.
though they got Kesha to play a character in that episode.
Yeah, it's because
weird.
of the YouTube bots.
That
and
episode has been
other...
released, so I don't know if they cut the song or not.
Well,
I really don't know.
Either way, that's a whole nother problem for a whole nother topic.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm very happy that they finally got this on. I knew it was going to go to streaming. I knew for a fact. Would I have probably preferred it to go to maybe something like, instead of Amazon, would I preferred it to go to HBO? Because I feel like HBO would have probably stuck with like the similar dark,
more
of a I feel like if Hell of a Boss was going to go to streaming, it would go to HBO.
But I mean, Hazbin Hotel is still pretty mature.
That is fair, and that's fine.
And again,
and as long as it is that way, I don't care. I'll watch it wherever.
Again, it needs to be pointed out. Hazbin Hotel is about redeeming demons. Well, redeeming demons.
Redeeming demons.
Yeah,
we're not sure how far it goes into that, but that is the major premise of the hotel itself.
I feel like Hell of a Boss is humanizing the demons. Like you're actually getting sympathy for it. Is that the whole point? It's
I think that is the point of Hell of a Boss.
Fair enough. Yeah, but I also feel like they're both intertwining into like upper level, lower level hell war. I feel like that's what they're leaning towards.
Not
like, because they say in the lore it happened once before, or like the Great Purge or whatever. That's why Charlie wants to redeem souls.
Yeah, no, it happens.
No.
It happens once a year. That's why Charlie wants to open the hotel. To what's the word?
Angels come down, commit the Great Purge to just ease the population of hell. Charlie's whole plan is to stop this purge from ever happening again by redeeming demons, showing that it's possible.
Yeah, so it doesn't cause overpopulation, and they don't have.
So essentially, what the actual end game of Lucifer was in an animated show. Not bad. Sorry for spoilers for Lucifer, I guess. It's been out for what? Like 3 years?
I think.
Give me a place I can watch it that isn't Netflix.
You're only going to be able to see the last 2 seasons of Netflix?
The season has been out for who knows how long. I think it's okay. Now if it was something that just released now, then
that's different. I wouldn't have spoiled it. Yeah, it's been out for 2-3 years, so it's fine.
If you haven't,
I was living with my parents when the last season came out.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, kind of my thought process, but anywho.
Hello, everybody. Your boy Bubbalo here, and today it's kind of a follow-up to the last segment that I had with Snodacast podcast, talking about MatPat's retirement and just wishing him a farewell and a goodbye and just a very positive end to his career and how he's stepping back. But now we're talking about another big YouTuber who might be stepping down. His name is Jacksepticeye, and many people are speculating that he is going to be retiring pretty soon. So I do have a tweet here that he did post on January the 10th. That was after MatPat's retirement, and it states, MatPat has done so much for YouTube and YouTubers over the years. Hard to believe he won't be around like always anymore. Thanks for everything, Matt. Can't wait to see what you do next. But right after that, on the same day, January 10th, he did post MatPat's video. Made me realize that I've been doing YouTube for a literal third of my life. And he has been on this app for a long time. Well, not app, on the website for a long time, making content to entertain us. And I know he's been stepping back as of late. He hasn't been back on YouTube or posting anything on YouTube as of late. But he has been spotted on Instagram and doing other things, probably trying to lessen his time on YouTube as a whole. Who knows? But the thing is, it's only rumors. He hasn't really said outright, he's going to retire, but maybe he's going to probably slow down, take a step back, and kind of focus on his personal life with his girlfriend and his family, and maybe other projects he's been passionate about that he wasn't able to work on for so many years, or just wanting a normal life altogether. Who knows? But we wish Jacksepticeye best of luck in whatever he's going through currently. And if he does retire, it is all the best for him. He's whatever he's going through currently. And if he does retire, it is all the best for him. He's been doing so much for this YouTube community, and hopefully we will be able to see him doing big things in the future. But Snodacast, and I will see y'all in the next.
Thank you, Ty, for that wonderful segment. And as YouTubers, we would all be very sad to see Jacksepticeye go. But if he does go, it ultimately is his decision. Anyways, so there are rumors going around that maybe somebody is a Phantom. Danny Phantom supposedly is going to be getting a live-action movie soon.
Woo!
I don't hate this. I think if out of all the Dan Hartman shows, this is the one that would work the most in live action.
Damn it.
Ooh, you said the B word. Controversy.
What, Dan Harmon?
What?
Butch Hartman.
Butch Hartman. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know why I said Dan Hartman. But yeah, out of all Butch,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about the artist. It's fine what it is. You know, I can, aside from one instance, I can separate the art from the artist. And we all know what my one instance is. And I don't want to say it again because I'm getting sick and tired of talking about it. Even though, in all honesty, anyways. So, with that being said, out of all the Butch Hartman cartoons, I think, yeah, I legitimately do think that Danny Phantom is the number one that would work in live action.
I don't think it should be a live action movie. I think it should be a series. Hot take.
Huh, funny enough, we
I
had
don't
that.
hate. Here's the thing. I don't hate the idea of giving it a continuation on the series because it did just kind of end out of nowhere.
Mhm.
It's just fine. I understand because it only had like what 2 seasons, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe 2 seasons. Yeah.
here or there.
Well, it makes sense that you would do a movie, and I think honestly, do an original movie. Like, don't try to just do a live action interpretation of, like, there was a Ben 10 live action that was its own separate thing. Was it ever mentioned in the shows after that? Fuck
No,
But
but
it was
I
still a
w-
movie.
I will digress. I actually liked them.
I
Unpopular
like the
opinion.
Alien Force one. Everybody fucking hated that one. I actually liked that movie. It was fine. I liked it.
Now could have
So
been
the
they
casting
could
was
have
bad.
now could they have been written a little bit more better?
Oh fuck yeah, absolutely. They were made for TV movies. Come on, man. Especially because some of the effects could have been better too.
Mm-hmm.
But I still had them on DVD as a kid, so I loved them. Anyways, so yeah, no, I think Danny Phantom would be a good one to just kind of wrap it up with a movie. Do a live action movie and wrap it up, or do a movie and have that be the launch series for a continuation of the show.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly
Yeah.
fine with either or.
Also I think the biggest thing is that, and I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I think a part of the people that, and this is just me personally saying this, I think for me, I would have loved to see kind of like a short after series of whether that be whether
Where are
it
they
be a
now?
time skip kind of.
I don't mind a time skip if you're going to do in the movie. If you do a time skip, I don't mind that because I think they
No.
were actually gearing up towards Danny being what, almost graduated.
Like, it'd be interesting
Right.
to see how this has affected his life outside of everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and that's one of those things where it's like it'd be interesting to see where they go with this. And yeah, no, to be perfectly honest, I'm very interested to see where they go with it because it is going to be interesting to see a lot of this in live action. I feel like it's super vibrant that you could honestly go for some of like maybe in some of like the ghost elements, you can go for like an oversaturation like Mad Max Fury Road did.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that kind of oversaturated bright neon. Okay, controversial opinion. You could go for what Ghostbusters 2016 did with their ghost.
A part of me also feels like
Terrible movie, but
they can also go the route of, which I really want them to go, like kind of like more of like what happened after the show. I feel like they might go back to the beginning and just kind of lead towards Danny, getting his ghost powers, and they kind of end it at like whoever he faces, whoever they decide they're gonna phase.
All I
in.
know is it's going to be dog shit if you don't at least have a bass line going dun, 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 at least once. If you
Yeah.
don't have that, you have failed tremendously. Or at the very least, have someone whisper, "He's a phantom," and that's it. That's all you got to do.
Or have the original song instead of the.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome if
Yeah.
you do like an orchestral version of the original song over the opening credits. Oh, that'd be so cool. I'd kill for that. That'd actually be really cool. I feel like it'd be awesome. Like you could still have it start with like the hard bass line, but you could honestly have like an orchestral version of it too. It'd be so cool. I don't know. Make it more cinematic. Make it feel like it earns it. That kind of thing.
Mhm.
But no, man, I'm super interested in this. So yeah, going from one thing I'm super interested into is another thing that I am cautiously excited for. The new Fantastic Four. There is some casting rumors from. There is a lot of people that have been asking Ebon Moss-Barharach, who is from The Bear. He plays the cousin, I think, the one that's always in a pissy mood. And he is going to be. There's possibilities that he is going to be the Thing in Fantastic Four, which, judging by his looks, yeah, I could see that working. But when he was asked about it, he said, "I can neither confirm or deny what you guys are thinking," which means
NDA.
Yeah, it's an NDA. Marvel is notorious for them.
Yep.
I think he most likely is casted, and if that is true, I'm down for that. That's actually a really good casting. He looks like he's got the look, and plus he's going to be covered in CGI anyway, so who gives a shit, But yeah, I think he's going to be perfectly fine. I genuinely believe that. And then you have Pedro Pascal, who is a genuinely good actor. He's going to be playing Reed Richards.
Woo!
So that's awesome. My personal opinion, I say get Charlize Theron to play Sue Storm. I think that's a really good choice. Hot take, but I think it's a good choice. As far as Johnny Storm, Jeremy Allen White would be interesting, actually. I feel like he could pull that off.
If they only would have done this sooner, I would have loved it. Have like a funny moment where just both the Human Torch and simultaneously freaking
Captain America.
You're wanting
America
the Chris
just-
Evans. No, you want the Chris Evans crossover.
Yeah,
that would've been funny.
just to feel good, not to whether if it like makes it, make it something like actually meaningful. I just want to see it just to see how it would play out. If done well, written well, and everything, just to enjoy that. I think that would be a good small time, a small clip.
That being said, I am happy that we're finally getting casting news about this, because it's been fan cast after fan cast after fan cast after fan cast after rumor after rumor after rumor. Like, there was a point where Adam Driver was supposedly going to be playing Reed Richards, which honestly, in my opinion, would have been a really good choice. But I feel like he doesn't want to he doesn't want to work with Disney anymore after they fucked over Star Wars. So, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to Pedro Pascal is a good choice. He's a really good choice for Reed Richards. I don't hate that casting. It's a really solid pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think a part of it.
The rest of the cast.
I think a part of it, to me, I feel like they kind of offered him the role. In my opinion.
Yeah, that's how he roll. That's how that works.
Yeah, but like I know, but like
they're like, "Hey, do you want to play Reed Richards?" And he said, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, but I mean, like, in a sense of like normally that you would have like a line of other people, wanting to. I feel like they just
other people. There's plenty of other people. Gino Carlo he was in talks originally. They wanted him to probably play either Magneto, or they wanted him to play Doctor Doom, and he's like, "No, I'll do you one better. I'm sick and tired of playing the villain. How about I play Professor X?" And I'm like, "Ooh, that's a good casting choice right there." I still think Bryan Cranston would be a better choice, just my personal opinion. But I feel like if you're going to go for a different casting, Giancarlo, I feel like, can pull off Professor X. Because Professor X is not exactly 100% a good guy. He's kind of a dick. Like, especially in the comics. You want to talk about a gaslighter? Jesus. That man has done some shit. And he thought he was doing good. You don't believe me? Read a Phoenix Force comic.
No, thank you.
God, that's That's when you know.
I don't
you're
want to
in
see
for
that
it.
many people die again, unless it's Deadpool doing it.
But any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the possibility of Ebon Moss-Barharach possibly playing the Thing?
I just hope they don't mess it up. That's about it.
I always have that hope too, but I always have that sneaky suspicion that something's going to get fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I just know.
Oh yeah.
And it's most likely going to come down to the writing.
Mhm.
But we'll see. Alrighty then. So, going from something that we were not entirely 100% on to a actually not guaranteed, a confirmed casting change. Guillermo del Toro, unfortunately, his upcoming Frankenstein no longer has Andrew Garfield. He has now replaced that actor with because Andrew Garfield actually walked out, or he didn't walk out. He basically said, unfortunately, it was due to casting choice, or it was due to scheduling conflicts as to why he could not join. So the new Professor Frankenstein is going to be. Give me a second.
Honestly, I think it was because he's working on stuff that he can't say, so I don't blame him.
New Amazing
So,
Spider-Man.
Jacob.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say.
Elordi?
New Amazing Spider-Man.
Jacob Elordi, I believe. I forget what how to pronounce his name. He's from Euphoria. He is going to be playing Dr.
Oh,
Damn!
I'm tired
Great-
of seeing his
great-
face everywhere.
Great way of selling me this.
Yeah, to be fair, I never really got into Euphoria. I like nothing against any of the actors. There. All the actors are perfectly fine.
No,
from
and
what
plus
I've been told.
all the girls, they're like, "Oh my god, he's so great." I'm like,
I mean,
get
to
out
be
of
fair,
my
all the
face.
boys and all the girls are like that with Andrew Garfield.
It's the same thing.
Andrew
as
Garfield is different. Leave him alone.
No, he's actually a phenomenal actor. I'm just saying, like,
There's
Just
a
like-
difference.
It's just like when Tom Holland. People were.
Tom
guarding
Holland has
him.
got. I feel like Tom Holland
very
is
pretty to
overworked.
look at. Okay, I've said it.
I feel like he's overworked though.
I agree.
I swear to God, Sony, you fucking cast him as Zelda, I'm going to burn your building.
You mean Link?
You mean Link?
Fuck!
It's like, if you cast Zelda, we're just like, okay, well, you know.
To be fair, though, as a really funny joke, that would be hilarious.
It would.
I mean,
Zelda.
in lip sync
Completely
battle,
against-
he was dressed up. So I mean,
Hey, and
Does
we've
it fit?
seen him on lip sync battle. He's perfectly fine going in cross dressing.
I'm just gonna say you're not wrong. And
Or shall I
was-
mention the Umbrella song?
Oh no, my brain immediately went Gerudo Link from Breath of the Wild. Fits.
God damn it.
Love you guys.
Anywho, that being said, so
Right, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
yes, with Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. To be fair, I actually legitimately do love Andrew Garfield. I love Andrew Garfield. I feel like he would have been a great Frankenstein, but I understand due to scheduling conflicts, obviously he did have to back out.
Amazing Spider.
Fine. I don't think it's Amazing Spider-Man, goddammit. I think
Fuck
he
you,
actually
it's
has
Amazing
to-
Spider-Man 3.
They've yet to fucking. If they were doing that, they would have confirmed it by now.
Yeah,
Would they?
but
Because
Would
Del Toro's
they?
would
Frankenstein
they?
is about
That's
to
what they
start
would
filming.
want you to think, Christian.
Del Toro's Frankenstein is about to start filming. If it hasn't been filmed already, at least
I'm-
part of it.
Hey, I'm dying with you, Ali, on this hill. Damn it.
But no, I do want to say that I do think that an Amazing Spider-Man 3 is somewhere in the works. God damn it.
Yep.
You would like to think that. I don't think it's happening because I know Sony. Sony wants to always tease you and then rip the fucking joy out of you.
Just
Oh,
like the
that's
game.
simple.
Motto.
Oh, just like the game, right?
My friend, it's simple. Eat the rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot less simple than it sounds.
Oh, no. I'm talking physically. I got the reaction. Just the slow turn. God fucking damn it.
Ma'am, this is a podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Snodacast where we talk about eating people out.
I love that you took a completely different meaning from what I said. It makes it so much.
The hill was right here, and it just went way down. We were doing fine, and then we just dipped.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God. This is why I hang out with Allie. For the love of God. No one can contain her madness.
In fairness, I'm not exactly sober at the moment.
Oh, Lord. It's a good thing I gave you food.
Explains
Jesus
so
Christ. May she reign. May she reign. God damn, Allie.
Oh, fuck.
May she reign.
I'm going to absolutely regret editing this episode.
Have fun.
Actually, majority of it's just cut and paste. But anyways. Yeah.
I'm
So-
okay.
Back to
Del
Dr.
Toro's Frankenstein. So, with Del Toro's Frankenstein, I understand the scheduling conflict. It's not going to be goddamn Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Why do you have to say it?
We could have just
Because
passed.
it's Sony.
We
I
could
know
have just
you
passed.
I've been
We could have
told-
just
I know
moved
you
on,
told me
Christian.
all the time.
We
I
already
wanna point
milked
out-
the crap out of the joke, okay?
I
We
want to
could've
point out
just
you
moved
already
on.
established that you think it's not going to happen. I believe you're wrong, but
It's Sony. How
This
many
is Allie.
Spider-Man
This is Allie
movies
right now.
have we
This
got
is
without
Allie right
Spider-Man?
now. I will cut you. This is
we're
Allie.
heading right back down this road we
Hey,
just
hey,
came off of.
First and foremost, how many Spider-Man villain movies have we gotten without Spider-Man in the past 5 years? I want you to tell me how many we've gotten.
10. I have no idea.
About 5. You're not too far off. But like we have Kraven the Hunter. We have 2 Venom movies. We're about to get a third one, which I actually enjoyed this. But anyway, we have
Amazing
Morbius.
Spider-Man cover.
We have Morbius. We have
Hey, we don't talk about
they're doing a
Morbius.
Madam Web thing without Spider-Man.
That's still like I.
This
Madam
is
Web.
Sony.
This is
This is so-
okay for the third time. Back on topic. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yes.
Don't get us derailed this time. God damn it.
Anyway,
Skip that part. Next. Like,
with that being said, on to the next topic. Our final topic of the night is Adam Sandler has a new movie. And it's not Amazing
Shocker.
Spider-Man 3.
oh my God. God damn
How
it.
far do you want to take this goddamn bit of yours?
God
Hey,
damn it.
give me some credit.
No.
I fooled every fucking one of you. For a split second, I at least fooled Alec.
In fairness, I was only half paying attention. Stuff's going on my other screen.
Okay,
Fair enough.
so going from Del Toro's Frankenstein, we actually have our final topic of the night, which is Adam Sandler has a new movie coming out on Netflix, and it is called... What the fuck is it called?
Don't tell me it's the animated one, because I mean we already.
No, that one already came out.
Okay.
It is Spaceman. God, that's an unoriginal title. Anyways,
Seriously.
So Spaceman. But this is a bearded Adam Sandler movie, which means we are probably going to be getting serious Adam Sandler movie. And this is essentially about... Hold on. The synopsis goes... A That's not it, is it? No, that's different. That's okay. Yeah, no, it is it. Okay, weird. So the synopsis is Jacob I don't even want to try to announce that name. An orphan as a boy and raised in the Czech countryside by his grandparents, overcomes his odds and becomes the country's first astronaut. And he also encounters this spider that can talk.
Okay. Cool. That's a trip.
Voiced by Paul Dano. And it is more or less going to be, I think it's a story about guilt and like trying to find that like moment of happiness or whatever it is. I'm going to call it right now. I'm telling you 100% that spider is fake. It's all in his head.
I was about to say, so
Yeah.
is the spider an actual talking spider, or is he projecting a voice onto the spider?
I feel like no, there's no real giant spider. I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's like the size of a small human being kind of spider, like big. Like this is about the size of its face.
So Australian
on nuclear steroids. Then you got it. Anyways, I like the joke. That was good. But basically, an Australian spider that decided to start working out with Godzilla. You got an idea.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so you have that, and I feel like that is a projection of his own. I mean, he is supposed to be alone in this. I believe it's a space station. But no, it looks like a good movie because it looks like it's dealing with grief, loss, and moving forward. I'm getting a wholesome vibe out of it, is what I'm getting out of it, even though it is a little weird. So, yeah, I mean, and everybody always forgets until there's that one movie that they've seen. Adam Sandler's a really good actor. Like, yeah, he does the stupid, he does that shit.
Bedtime stories.
Also genuinely, yeah. Last half of Click is a good way to show you, like, it's like you go from the to genuinely good acting.
True.
So, like, that's a good example. Click still makes me tear up, I'm not gonna lie.
Even though people actually shit on that fucking movie.
Well, because the first half, it's a wonderful life story, but the first half is an Adam Sandler comedy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it kind of drastically shifts within the last 30 minutes.
God, that's a beautiful image in my head.
What? The first half of an Adam Sandler movie is A Wonderful Life?
I can't even explain why.
Allie just in her head, just processing. Just Allie in her head.
Except for Hannah.
It's
Hannah's
so
over here beside her.
What?
I said I'm very concerned for all of them, except I'm very concerned for all of you except Hannah. Hannah's over here just vibing. I'm concerned for these two.
You should be concerned for me, but all right.
I am concerned for you, but not in this current moment.
I am not.
I want to point out.
Keep in mind.
I want to point out.
Current conversation.
Immortal. There's plenty of time for the psyche to get screwy.
Fair enough. Anyway.
I don't know what his excuse is.
Yeah. He's Lewis. Lewis is his own excuse.
I'm just nuts in itself. Period.
That being said, this has been the Snodacast, episode 2 of season 5. I have been your host, Black56. I have been joined by the wonderful Hannah.
Hi.
Hi. We've also been joined by that bastard down there named Diamond Assassin, aka Lewis. We were also joined by the immortal, not so sober of your Hufflepuff, aka Allie.
It's the only thing keeping me from yelling at people right now.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And with that being said, I've been Black56. And I hope this hasn't taken you off of air travel. Statistically, it's still the most safest way to travel.
Makes you rain.
Yeah.
Stay nerdy, folks.
Superman line, don't worry about it. Stay nerdy, folks, because we don't have Leon.
The spirit of
Seriously.
Leon will live on.
We will see you all later. Bye.
Take care.